Yeah, my name is Bart. I'm the site leader here at the Cadillac facility. My role as a site leader, honestly, is just to oversee everything that's happening, make sure that we're meeting targets for safety, quality, productivity, inventory, and just all those key elements to make sure that we're getting stuff out the door that's meeting our customer needs, but with the highest level of quality, but keeping our people safe while they're doing it. Good question. Yeah. Yeah, for me, it was more location and where this Cadillac facility is located. I, previous to this, worked for an automotive supplying company for 20 years. And for those who don't know Michigan, Northern Michigan has a lot to offer from an outdoor activity kind of perspective. And there's a lot of people that spend their weekends traveling up to Northern Michigan. So I decided to make that full time. I happened to find the opportunity here at Avon. Worked out for me, so that's really what brought me here. But once I'm here, it's been a really good fit, good company, and it makes an awesome product too. Most rewarding part of my job, really, it's the people, right? I mean, we buy products, we buy components, we put them together and turn it into this awesome product for an incredible user, first responders and military. And the rewarding part for me, though, is just engaging with people that put the effort that they put in every day to make what we make. We have our challenges, but it's such a good team that when we have a challenge in front of us, we find a way to get it done. And just there's a can-do attitude here in Cadillac that we'll have our moments where we get frustrated like anyone else, but the rewarding part is everyone is willing to do whatever it takes to get done what we need to get done for that important user. Yeah, it's a certain sense of pride, right? I came from automotive. You can take pride in what you do anywhere, but making car parts, you only get so far with that. It's a whole different level of pride when you're talking about the products that we make that are truly life-saving equipment, and just knowing what the user's doing with it, how they use it, just that we have a role in helping and protecting people who are putting their life on a line. I mean, you can't get much more pride than that, right? Yeah, good question. I think we probably should reflect on it more, to be honest with you. You get into a groove and we know what we're making and who we're making it for, but probably to hear those stories, and there are some chances we've got people that do work for us that are, past military, or they're, they have that experience past law enforcement, to hear their stories and to hear them tell us feedback from the user, hopefully positive, mostly positive. We can use all that feedback to better ourselves and better the company. But that positive feedback we get about how it helped them, that's the best feeling you can get about, you can think about it every day and you can preach it to people who work in the process and are making and doing the things that we need to do, and remind them of who's using it. But when you get that feedback from them that, hey, this made my job, easier, or this thing, in some cases saved my life because it worked right. And, you just got to take that to heart and always remind ourselves. Well, it's interesting because I never knew this facility was here until I was searching for the employment. And I think there's a lot of people in Michigan that don't even know that this facility is kind of nestled here in Northern Michigan in Cadillac. And yeah, I mean, it's a unique product, and not just the fact of what it is and it's unique and it's life-saving stuff, but the fact that we make that right here in Michigan, in the U.S., hardworking, U.S. citizens really adds another level of pride to what we do, right? It's easy to take pride in the product itself, but the fact that we can keep solid employment here for people in the state of Michigan and the U.S. Yeah, it really is something to be proud of. But yeah, no, I think in every case, right, we always want things to be made in the U.S., right? I mean, to see your friends or your just fellow community members have a solid employment and at the same time making something for that is important, very important, in supporting people who are putting their life at risk. But to be able to do that in the U.S. and support our U.S. military, and then from there take those products and turn them into products that can be used for other first responders and law enforcement and everything. I mean, this is the type of product you want to make in the U.S., right? And support the people that support the U.S. Cadillac's a blue-collar town, and I can't quote you the numbers, but it's a blue-collar town, and you know, that's what the people in this general community rely on for this type of employment. So I think we're one of the leading manufacturers in the area. Probably, I will say the preferred manufacturer. If you talk to some of these employees that may have worked in other facilities around the area, I think we have a special thing here, not just with the product we make, but the approach we take to manufacturing, how we keep the facility, the things that we offer the employee around employment, not just the wage or the benefits, but some of the extra little things that we try to do to make it a great place to work for them. You know, just goes a long way with the people in the community. And so. To me personally, I mean, we're keeping people employed, right? You know, we want products that that keep people not just employed, but thinking and being innovative and thinking about better ways to do things, putting their skills to work, and you know, and at the same time supporting, you know, other levels of industry within the country. So in this case, it's the military and it's the police and it's first responders. But to have a role in that, you know, supporting people who are supporting the country, only makes sense for me to make that in the country, right? Yeah. You can't take much more pride in that. But. Yeah, I mean, I think we, in many ways, right? So, I mean, it starts with employment, right? And we do our best to maintain a consistent employment base, secure jobs. You know, there's a lot of ways to do that, but we spend a lot of time trying to do our best to make sure, you know, people can just come to work and do the job and offer what they can offer to make improvements and things, and not have to worry about if that's going to be there tomorrow, right? That should be their last concern. And then, you know, as far as the community goes, I think we have a long list, a long history of supporting the community through donations and just different avenues of how we can get into the community and support everything from blood drives that we hold here to just supporting local efforts in the schools with sports or other activities. And those requests come from employees that have kids in the school, or they have other initiatives outside of here that we can support. You know, long list of that stuff, but we have a good history of supporting the community financially and just with time as well. So. Oh, it's a good question and good timing too. We, you know, in the last year and a half or so, we've really put a push to lean manufacturing, and this is something we've always done at some level, but we're taking that to a different level in the last year or two. and I think we really have people on board and have people engaged, and their role is much more. I think they're realizing their role is much more than just showing up and doing that same job every day, right? We're really creating a culture of continuous improvement where everyone is taking an approach to and a mindset to where there is a better way, right? There's a better way for everything we do. Change is good, and I think we're developing an army in a way of employees that are on board, that want to make changes and want to make it better and want the company to improve and do better, because that means they'll do better too, and they'll reap some of the same reward that the company will by doing some of those things. So. You can visualize the user in this case, I think more so than say in automotive, right? You're making car parts that are going to somewhere, they're putting a car together. You can think about the guy, because you're one of those guys buying that car. In this case, it's a little different because not everybody's walking around with a gas mask or an SCBA strap to their back, right? So it's a specialty user group, and they rely on us for it, right? The automotive industry, although it has its similar challenges in manufacturing, and a lot of this is the same in that sense. There's a huge difference in your approach when you're making something that truly saving somebody's life, and but it has a cool factor to it and an interesting factor that you can I think promotes you to really I guess dig deep and get involved with it and understand it and look at what you can do to support. I'd say, I think the main reason is, and I probably repeat it, but the individuals that we're making products for have a role to protect us, to protect our country, and this is our role to help them do their job to help us. So it only makes sense for these products to be made in America, right? I mean, it's our piece of that whole puzzle to support them so they can support us.